Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back again. This is JD Rich coming back at you with another One Piece video and discussion. Quick little tangent that I wanted to talk about today and bring to you guys the subject of the Gods Knights. Now, apparently, we're getting actually more information about them, obviously, as we go along in the new God Valley chapters that are still coming out simultaneously. You know, we're coming off of a break, and I hear that there's actually not a break after 1161. So that's a big, major blessing, big, major gift that Oda is expounding onto us. But you know something? With the month of October coming up, I'm thinking that if we were to get a chapter on October 31st, whatever day that falls on, if it doesn't fall on a Sunday, maybe 2 days before it, like let's say October 28th is on a Sunday, right? Or yeah, let's say October 28th is on a Sunday and Oda decides to give us a chapter then, or even the 29th or whatever. I got a feeling that a Halloween chapter of One Piece is gonna be a Gods Knights chapter. Like, think about it. What better way to really send off October than to give us like more of the Gods Knights wreaking havoc in hell on earth? That would just be perfect. But that's not really why I came to discuss with you. But I'm just saying, man, we're going into the month of Halloween. I don't celebrate pagan holidays. I don't do that. But going into the month of October and Halloween and whatnot, a One Piece chapter on Halloween, that it has to be centered around the Gods Knights. That's all I'm gonna say. That'd be a great thing. Now, also, what I really am here to discuss, the Gods Knights in general, the families that they represent, and a little sneak peek of 1161, given that we get the introduction of a Gods Knight that I didn't expect us to even get, not in general, because it's like we see these knights, but yet the only people that we actually know from the knights are Gunko, excuse me. The only introduction that we have from the Gods Knights are from Shamrock, Garling, Gunko, Sommers, and Killingham. So 5 Gods Knights we got the introduction of. While the Grim Reaper looking guy, the one with the, I guess, armadillo skull, whatever that is, the bull skull and the Grim Reaper scythe, we haven't got him yet. Neither the 2 women that we saw, nor the Yeti, or the rifle user with the overshadowing cap. So there are 10 Gods Knights total. You got 5 currently that we see in the story, you know, and then if you count, well, let's just say this: we got the 4 Gods Knights that we've been introduced to: Shamrock, Gunko, Sommers, Killingham. That's just 4. So there's no telling if there are new Gods Knights, or the Gods Knights that we're getting in this flashback still make up the faction of Gods Knights that we are introduced to in current time. Now, back in Garling's era, when Garling was the head of the Gods Knights, back in his era, you know what I'm saying, Shamrock was still a child around this time. Sommers obviously was not. Gunko was still active around this time, but Shamrock is now the new head of Gods Knights due to his family lineage, more than likely due to his lineage of being Garling's son. But it's just interesting to me, man. These new knights that we see, are we gonna see them again in the current chapters? Like, when we ever get out of this flashback, the new knights that we see, as far as the rifle using guy, the Grim Reaper scythe holding guy, the woman with fangs, and then the other woman, and then the Yeti, like those 5 individuals, are we gonna see them currently after we get out of Elbaf, and we may get a Holy Night moment, a Holy Land of Mary Joie moment, because they could possibly be back handling that, while the 4 that we see currently in Elbaf before we got to this flashback are handling the Elbaf issues. See, the current Gods Knights in Elbaf are Sommers, Gunko, and Killingham, and allegedly Shamrock too. He may still be there, or Emu might have deployed him back to the Holy Land to command over the Gods Knights that are there in the Holy Land, you know what I'm saying, currently trying to put a stop to the chaos that's going on there, because the Holy Land is in shambles right now, as Emu said when we last got out of the Elbath chapters. Because Emu did report that the Holy Land was actually going through it. They're starving. Other stuff is happening. On top of that, it's just a bunch of turmoil and chaos being spread upon the Holy Land. So maybe, because even though we didn't see, I don't think we've seen Emu officially call Shamrock and withdraw him while keeping the others there, but he more than likely did, because we haven't seen Shamrock in Elbath in quite some time. But we're focused on God Valley right now. We're inside of that faction of Ark. So in God Valley, we got Garling in his prime days, you know, as the original head of the God's Knights before his son Shamrock took over. So we got Garling here. We got these two new women, the Yeti looking, the Fang lady or whatever, who I think we actually get the name of, because there's a spoiler out that talks about her identity. I'm gonna get to that in a moment. But we got Garling, the Fang lady, the brunette lady with the with the all black on and the sword sticking out. We got the sniper looking guy or girl with the cap, with the hat, snapback, whatever, snap front, you know what I'm saying, however you want to label that. We got the we got the Grim Reaper looking guy, and we got the Yeti. So, you know, if you were to take out Garling, right, that's 5 new knights that we have yet to get introduced to, man. And these 5 knights, I'm just wondering if they are going to be present when we get out of this flashback, because they more than likely will. But if a few of them lose their lives here, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at all. Because if you look at how things could go, I think either of the Rocks Pirates or the Roger Pirates are capable of taking them down permanently. Like, I don't know to what extent, as far as like how long it would take or whatever, but I know for a fact that Roger's crew and Rox's crew, they are capable of killing God's Knights. They're capable. Like, let's not even front on that. They're capable. Now, about the new God's Knights that we get introduced to, not introduced to, but we see debut as far as like their design, their figure and whatnot, we still have to get their names and find out what other royal houses are associated with the Holy Land, with the people of God, as they label themselves in general. Because 1161, there's been spoilers dropping left and right now that they're officially coming out. And I heard somewhere that, you know, I'm blanking out on the channel. Let me see if I can pull it out. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, at Manga Information. Shout out to Manga Information's channel. Apparently, there's a spoiler out that he brought my attention to. Apparently, the God's Knight, the Lady God's Knights with the fang and the black and white hair. There have been rumors about her being Killinghand's mom. I don't believe that, especially after this information that I received watching his channel, Manga Information. So apparently this person, this lady, this black and white haired fang lady, she comes from the Satchel family. And her name is Monfago or Mafango something. I know for a fact I'm saying it wrong. I know, but I just can't pronounce it off the top of my head. But yeah, it's Mafango something, man. Mafagango. I don't know. Something with the M. We get her name actually this chapter, and we find out that she's actually a member of the Satchel family. So we got to look at these families for a minute, man. We got the Figerland family. Garling is the prize of that. We got the Shepherd family. So, excuse me, Summers. We have the Man-Mayer family, Gunko. We got the Bavette family. Then after that, who else? The Bavettes. So we got the Figerland, the Shepherd, Man-Mayer, Bavettes. Satchel, according to this new chapter that involves information about this lady, the God's Knight who's fighting Dragon, because she has black and white hair. So we're getting her family. Her family is the Satchel family. Now, what's crazy to me is this. What are the real significance outside of being obviously of royal blood and royal significance and you know what I'm saying, royal ties to kingdomhood and nobility? What makes these families so special? Could these families be descendant factions and groups of the D era? Like, could they have witnessed what D's are capable of? Could they have been a part of the final war? You know, stuff like that. Could they have seen something about the final war? What entails within their memories as far as their families go, and as far as these knights representing their families? Because one, man, I could assume that obviously there are celestials within these familial names, but also how did it tie into who we see becoming God's knights, and how did it affect them when they were chosen to be a God's knight? It's a lot to uncover, man. But we got but the lady is allegedly, because I don't think I should even run with this as fact, but the lady fighting dragon in the newest upcoming chapter, it says she comes from the Satchel family. Satchel. So with all these names we're getting for families, it's about time we get some exposition on them. I got to know about them. I got to know where they live, where they work, I'm just playing, but it's like we have to find out about these people. And I think Oda is going to set that up for later on down the line. Not too later, but just maybe in 10, 20 chapters or so. And that may sound like a while because of this. We go on breaks consistently and often. And on top of that, when we do go on breaks, they're just hella long. But I think that's the work. That's just the work they put in to bring us these chapters. And I love it. So what I'm curious about the most is, if we're allegedly getting the family of this Fang lady with black and white hair, shouldn't we get the families of the other knights? Should we not get them? Should we not get the families of these other knights? Because I'll be honest, if they're just slid through as regular people, I'm like, no, there's something to them. What's their last name? What's their family history? There's clearly something there. And this woman that's fighting dragon, she comes from the Satchel family. But what's curious about it is, we didn't see any of these knights inside the rabbit hunting competition. The only people we saw in the rabbit hunting competition are literally Garling, Somers, and Gunko. Where were these other knights at? And why wouldn't Oda show them getting some work in? Because honestly, I would have loved to see that, not them slaughtering a bunch of people, but it don't make no sense that the only people we saw actually actively going in this competition were Garling, Somers, and Gunko. Where's everybody else? Because we see local Celestials getting inside of the game, but yet we don't see the other Knights of God participating, but yet they're on call whenever Saint Garling says, hey, God's Knights, immobilize. You know what I'm saying? We got to get together. Come on. It's a crisis happening. So I appreciate Oda. I can't wait to find out who this woman is, because I got a feeling people are saying that she's related to Killingham. Her related to Killingham. I just don't see it, because he would actually age you, wouldn't he? In a way, could he? For real, could he age you with it? Could he use his powers to advance your age, or to bring about a reality of your age that most people don't want to face? I'm still chomped up on Killingham, because his Devil Fruit ability, I'm curious to see in action the most, because I know during some type of awakening that dragon form can be useful. During some type of awakening, that dragon form can come in handy. Now, in 1161, we get Somers actually trying to take out Shaki, apparently, and Rayleigh allegedly announces his first named attack. And it's called the Red Spider Lily. However you want to translate that in Japanese, the Red Spider Lily. That's also been leaked out there. So Rayleigh apparently cut down Somers with this attack and sent him flying. I'm happy for Rayleigh, man. Nigga got the attention. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Pirates of the Caribbean ending, Will Turner and a Calypso type shit. Some beautiful romantic drama amongst pirates. So, what do these families, the families of the God's Knights, what do they mean? As far as their connection to the ancestral kingdom of the ancient deeds. And on top of that, to the 20 kings, to the original 20 kings and kingdoms that were headed above the revelry. You know, where are the rest of the members at? We don't got to meet them each one by name, but like, how big is each family and how much of an impact do they have in this Void Century War? Because that's essentially what the government doesn't want us to find out about. They kill anybody who asks about it or whatever. Even if you happen to discover the secrets, you'd be still mad as all hell because they killed you without a second thought. So, man, I'm just curious, man. What is the deal with these families? And who are the celestial? I want to know Charlos. Is Charlos connected? More than likely is connected to one of these families, right? He's connected to all of them by his right of privilege as a celestial. But which family does Charlo actually stem from? Or is the youngest head of, or something like that? Because, you know, with a guy like that, he would want to exploit his family's power for his own good, and rightfully so, right? If I'm the so-called God and I gotta tell you, and I get to tell you what to do, you're gonna do it, whether you like it or not. So who knows? Man, like I said, I got to get more information about this. I want to get more information about the Holy Knights in general, because it seems like their family names play a major part in not only why they're Holy Knights, but why they were chosen as well. That's all I got for now, man. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get a kick out of creativity and whatnot. That's just me, you know. So I really hope you enjoy this. I hope you get some rest out there if you need it. And, you know, I'm going to come back, per usual, when the official full spoilers of the 1161 have dropped. I know this wasn't a chapter about 1161, but I had to throw in some details from 1161 regarding important spoilers that I felt needed to be talked about. And that is the God's Knight that is attacking Dragon, who happens to allegedly come from the Satchel family. And then on top of that, you got Dragon dropping baby Shanks and Shamrock. So it was a lot to unpack there, man. A lot to unpack in that chapter. That chapter is, from what I've seen from the spoilers, the chapter is looking beautiful. The chapter is absolutely beautiful. The way Rayleigh and Shaki embrace, like, absolutely beautiful, man. Absolutely. So that's all I got, and I'm gonna leave you with that. On that note, this is JD Rich coming back at you with another One Piece video. And remember, guys, a piece of life is life in one piece. Peace.